So we finished the match here with the Glasgow Tigers at the Coliseum. A disappointing night, Garry, a difficult night as well.
Yeah, it was, I couldn't get a guest, and probably the guest would have made all the difference, because he would have been a 7.5 point rider and it would have been a better match, But I have to do what I've got to do, and in the end, 42-48, I thought I'm well happy with that because I thought the riders rode really well in the second half of the meeting. We was coming back at them, so, and Glasgow was a full side, so no, I can only do what I can do, and that's the best I could put out tonight.
Yeah, and one of the things that Ben Barker was saying on commentary is that it's not for the effort that the team are putting in, you can't fault really.
No, you can't. We're just missing that one rider, and once we get that or someone back, we'll be all right then. But it showed that tonight. We had two riders on it, and the other four just scrambled for the points. But no, I'm quite happy with that, and we put a bit of entertainment up for the crowd as well. There's a few good races there, with Chris Harris, Richard Worrell and that. So, yeah, and then Chris Harris gets excluded. We don't see that much, do you?
It's been a great night for Speedway. I mean, the racing has been fantastic, and some of the, not only the racing as well, has been brilliant as well.
Well, I had a bit of handbags, didn't it? So that's only, that happens, doesn't it? If someone's wild, it just happens. But, yeah, maybe, it don't matter, does it?
It's been a tough season, hasn't it, Garry? I mean, there's been so many ups and downs, but how do you keep yourself enthused? How do you keep yourself going? And you must sometimes be wondering what's coming next.
Well, I do, like yesterday, Dan Jilks, and that's another rider out, And now Ben Barker was out, And it just, we had it all last year. Every rider was out. I think I rode one match with none of my own riders. I had all guests, So, I just keep going, and I love the sport as much, like anything. I've been going for years and years, and one day it'll come back like I did at Somerset, and we'll start winning.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we hope that happens down here from a Gladiators perspective, certainly. But just finally, we started our live stream this evening with some of your thoughts on Speedway generally, and now we're at the end of the meeting when perhaps opinions might change or thoughts might change. Has tonight's meeting thrown up any more, or has it further made you think we need to go one league?
Yeah, I still think we have to go that, And if a top league, you could do like I don't know, like you use a doily and all them. You could have your own tiny little league, that they could still do that, and then like Ipswich or anything could still ride in the championship. You know what I mean? But you could do that, then they bring a bit more crowd in and that, and they still see the big riders have a little mini league. I don't know, but they need to do something about it because it's just lack of riders. And you're not going to get many foreigners come now because of time. And we can't really afford them because of the flights, accommodation, vans, and everything. I know. You know what I mean? That's what it is, but. I don't want to see any more tracks go. It looks like we're going to lose maybe 2 or 3, and maybe here, I don't know. You know what I mean? So we don't want to lose any more tracks, so we need to do something. Maybe you have to go back to come forward, and that's it. And maybe it has to go amateur sport like years ago. You know what I mean? But I don't know. They need to do something to spice it up, and I think you need to revamp the whole thing. Someone needs to sit down and revamp it, and then maybe people will come back.
Yeah, well, that's really interesting to hear people like yourself, Garry, coming up with things like that, and hopefully there's plenty of people having a think about it. But on tonight, commiserations for tonight, and it's been a difficult season, but good to know that you still got your enthusiasm, and who knows, sooner or later it'll come good again.
Yeah, next week it will be. All right, okay, take my word for that.
Good stuff. Thanks very much, Garry.
See ya.